On the graph, we see that f of x of 5 equals 2, and the f of 7 equals 6. So now we calculate the average rate of change. 2 minus 6 equals negative 4. And 5 minus 7 equals negative 2. After all this, the answer to the changeover interval is 2.
For example 2, the equation says f of x equals x squared plus 3x minus 2. Find the average rate of change over the interval from x equals 2 to x equals 3. So the interval is negative 2 over x equals 3. And when you plug it in, you get negative 4 and 16. This simplifies to negative 20 over negative 5, and the average rate of change is 4. For example 3, the question says, suppose that the function f of x is given by the graph below, while the function g of x has the values given in the table below. A. Find the value of g of 2 minus f of negative 1. B. Find the value of f of 3 to g of g of 0. And C, for which values of x does f of x equal g of x? On the table, g of 2 is 5. And on the graph, f of negative 1 is negative 2. When that simplifies, you get 7. So for the graph, f of 3 is negative 2. And on the table, g of 0 is 2. So that equals 0. The average rate of change, 0.
1.
So for the question C, for which values of x does f of x equals g of x? As you see on the table, negative 2 makes negative 1. And the graph, negative 2 also makes negative 1. So for which values of x does f of x equals g of x? X equals 2.
Negative 2.
Negative 2.
Example 4. If g of x equals the square root of f of x plus 1, what is the average rate of change over the interval from x equals negative 2 to x equals 3? So when you plug in a negative 2, you get the square root of negative 7. When you plug in a 3, you get the square root of 13. This simplifies to 7i minus the square root of 13 over negative 5. And that's our answer.